Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to do a unboxing opening of this game here, the Battle of Kursk. The Tigers Are Burning, 1943, and this is Trevor Bender is the designer of this game, and this is a deluxe edition. Now this game was actually originally released in C3i Magazine, and they decided to make a deluxe edition. So the difference is that the deluxe edition has a mounted map in it, and the paper one. But I was lucky enough to meet Trevor at the San Diego Historical Gaming Convention last month, and I didn't get to play this game. He had it on demo, and I didn't get to sign up in time to play this game. But I did play his newest one that's coming out in the next issue of C3i Magazine, so definitely worth checking into. This game has a very unique way of moving through the turns and the battles. So definitely wanted it as soon as I saw it played. And fortunately they had it there available, and I had money. So now I have the game. Anyway, let's take a look inside, see what comes in it, and see if I can interest you in this game also. Let's check it out. Okay, so here is the Battle for Kursk, and it's the Tigers Are Burning. Trevor Bender is the designer here, and this is the deluxe edition. This game originally came out in the C3i Magazine, and it did so well, it was so popular, they decided to make a deluxe edition here, which includes everything that was in the magazine, you know, outside of the other extra pieces that pertain to this game, and includes a mounted map in here. So this is by RBM Studios here, and printed in the US, so that's kind of cool. So it's a 2-inch box, looks like about a 2-inch box, but I do have a ruler here just to make sure on the size. So yeah, 2-inch box. So on the back here you can see deluxe edition. We have our counters, the different counters here. A picture of the map, and this is the paper map. There's paper map and a mounted map included in both them. Talks about this is a low complexity, high detailed war game set in Ukraine in 1943. It focuses on the buildup and execution of the German summer offensive, Operation Citadel, and 3 Russian counteroffensives that followed. So this allows you, they actually added some extra games in here, extra scenarios that people had suggested, and that Trevor adapted to this. So I watched this played at the San Diego Historical Convention a few months ago, and it was really enjoyable to watch, and I actually got to play his next game that's coming out on the North African campaign, and that really was a lot of fun to play. This one was all booked up, but you know, it looked fun. The game contents: 120 full-colored double-sided counters, 122 by 34 inch mounted map sheet, and 122 by 34 inch paper map sheet. Rule book with designer notes, deluxe edition optional rule folders, C3i custom counter tray, and C3i custom dice. So the game scale: units, German corps and Russian armies. Playing time is 2 to 3 hours. 2 players. 1 hex equals 25 miles, 14 and up. Complexity, they have it at a 4 medium, and solitaire suitability at a 5 medium here. So let's take a look inside, see what you get for your money. And right off the top, we have our paper map here, which we'll look at in a minute. We have our counters here, and you can see that these counters are the same ones that came out of the magazine, because we have extra counters here for different games like Deluxe Dark Valley, Invasion Hawaii, different games. This looks like it was from Julius Caesar time, or Romans, but we do have there's Stalingrad 42 extra counters. But all these counters are from the Tigers Burning right here. So these are all of your main counters, and they are double-sided counters right there, and they're a pretty good quality cardboard, thick. So that's your counters. And then we have the rule book, and it's a good looking rule book, and you can see that this is not a very compact rated compact written rule book, I should say. Shows the movements here, gameplay. And you have basically 16 pages. And here is designer's notes there, so you have 12 pages before the designer's notes. Credit. Yeah, and this is still posture track, yeah. So you're only looking at 10, 11 pages, and they do have a lot of pictures in here and examples. So not a lot of reading. The complexity of this game is not very high, but it is, seems to be an enjoyable game to play. At least from the people that I was watching while I was watching it, and I knew that I wanted to watch it, or I knew that I wanted to play it at some point. So here's the optional odds markers for Kurt. So here's the fronts and the backs for them that you can make if you want. And then we have deluxe edition optional rules and counterfactuals. So here are some optional rules that were brought up by people who were playing the game, and so they made these optional rules to give you a more enhanced version in this deluxe version. So a little bit more reading and some gameplay. A nice little counter tray come with it. And we have a 6-sided dice, blue and white, and we have a special markings on the dice here. And then we get to a nicely mounted map here. And I'm just going to leave this one in the package here. We'll look at the paper map. Let's see how much of this I can get in here for you. Now this map actually works this direction here, but we'll go sideways because that's what we can fit most of it in. But a lot of your play is along the outside here. We have the turn track here. We have a sequence of play, battle sequence. Same thing over here on this side. So the person that's on that side has all of the same stuff that you have here. Eliminated German units there, eliminated Russian units here. So I'm assuming the Russian is here, or the German is here, and the Russian player is on that side. Good size hexes here, and nice looking map actually. And then come down here on the bottom, we'll just turn that this way so that you can see that. And we have a terrain key and terrain effects charts, victory point track there. So all of that. And then we have our phase sequence and posture tracks down here. Let me get that and make sure that's in there so you can see that. And nice thing is you pick one of these hidden, and your opponent picks one of these hidden. And when both of you pick the pause, that's when the turn is finally over. So until then, as you pick other things, the turn keeps moving on. And a single-sided map. And this is actually a nice map. This is a nice thick map. The mounted map is even better. I figure we'll go ahead and look at the mounted map too, just so we can see how it is made. And it actually is quite thick. It's got a little bit of a texture on it, not much. And we'll take some opposite bending here to get it flat, but not too much actually. That's pretty much all it needs. So it's exactly the same, not quite as colorful as the paper one. It sort of has more of a matte finish to it and texture finish to it, but it is a nice mounted map. So I think it's a good investment for your money as far as getting the deluxe version. But again, you can get the exact same thing in the magazine, with the exception of the mounted map. Okay, so hopefully you enjoyed that box opening of the Battle of Kursk. The Tigers Are Burning, 1943, Trevor Bender by RBM Studios. Great looking game, nice setup. Can't wait to get this one on the table. If you enjoyed this, please do like and subscribe to the channel. That helps out. And hopefully we'll have you around for the next box opening or gameplay. Thanks for watching.